So today I thought I'd give you a rundown of what I dislike the most about the Fiesta ST. Cut a long story short, it's not a lot. There are a few minor things, but nothing that would put me off buying the car again if I had a choice. So let's start with number one. So one of the things that I dislike the most about this car is the turn-in circle. Now, many times I've gone up to a mini roundabout, they're the worst culprits, and this car just will not make it all the way around in one turn. It's a bit annoying when you're trying to go around and then there's a car trying to get past behind because they think you're going to make it in one turn. But that's only something small. It's not... It wouldn't put me off buying the car, you know? But it is something to consider. I mean, luckily, 3-point turns and mini roundabouts aren't an everyday thing. So, it's not the end of the world. So, that's my number one. Number two. The second thing I dislike about this car, for me, is it doesn't really put me off, but the ride can be quite firm. Now, this is my number two, and these aren't in any particular order, because if you're a passenger in this car, then it can be more noticeable, I'd say. Personally, I don't notice it when I am a passenger in my own car, but other people who do ride passenger, whether it's in the front or the back of this car, do tend to notice it a lot more and often comment how firm the ride of this car is. Now, I remember just before I bought the car actually, the dealer did say to me, if you want a car that's going to rattle your teeth out but put a smile on your face when it's doing it, then the Fiesta ST is the car for you. I half agree with that statement. If you want a car that puts a smile on your face, absolutely 110% this car. But rattle your teeth out is very much an over-exaggeration. Yes, you notice bumps in the road, but that's kind of the trade-off for having a car that handles so well. So that's number two. It's, you know, it's not the end. It's not the worst thing about this car, really. But it's something worth considering if you do travel fairly frequently with passengers. I mean, most of the time I'm by myself in a car, so I can just have fun. But that's number two on my list. For me, number three on this list is going to be the fuel economy. Now, I know when you have a car, you know, the manufacturer's report on this, I think you get 48 miles a gallon. That is very difficult to achieve. You probably have to be driving under the speed limit everywhere to get those kind of figures. On average, I can get about 42 miles a gallon on a mixture of drives. You know, I do a lot of my miles to work sort of dual carriageway, slight bit of motorway, and I can average about 42. But over longer journeys, you're always going to get better miles a gallon. So if you're doing a long trip on the motorway somewhere, for example, I've seen high 40s before. But, you know, for the performance of this car, I'd say that it's not bad, really. I mean, a full tank is about 45 litres, so depending on the price of fuel, it can cost around about £50, give or take, from empty to full, which can get you anywhere from maybe 300 miles to 400, depending how you drive. If you like to put your foot down when you fill the car up, then you're always going to see lower fuel economy, because once your foot down, had a bit of fun. Once you fill the tank up and reset the trip meter, then the fuel economy will drop from the start, and good luck getting that back up, because I tried many times and it just doesn't work. And then you're stuck. I find myself stuck on about 38 miles a gallon, which still isn't bad, because it's a good fun car. So I mean, if you want a fun car, it's likely to cost you more to run it. That's not 100% strict and true, but you know, for this car it is. If you want to have a bit of fun, then you've got to sacrifice the fuel economy. Number 4 for me on my list is the Bluetooth system in this car. Now, a lot of people dislike the Sony DAB radio that comes in this car, the Fiesta ST to a standard. I don't mind it. Once you get used to it, you know how to use it, it's fine. But I have had a lot of connectivity issues with the Bluetooth, which is a bit of a pain. And I mean, sometimes you can be playing music on your phone and it does not want to come through the car. And I found the only way to fix that is to do a master reset of all the Bluetooth devices and then pair it all again, which is fine. But I prefer not to have to do that, especially if you've gone and set up speed dial phone numbers as well. Then it's a bit of an inconvenience, but I mean, that happens, you know, maybe every few months, depending, but it's not regular enough to go back to the dealer and complain about it continually. So that's my number 4. And last on my list for today, so that's number 5, would be the tyres that come as standard on this car. This is my second set of tyres, so the ones that came with the car, and now I'm on my second set. I've owned the car for coming up to 2 years, and they did need replacing on, or maybe before, 16,000 miles, and that's mostly motorway miles. So they are the Bridgestone Potenzas that come as standard on this car, and I don't know if it's a soft rubber or what, but I found that they were wearing unevenly, even though when I had my trucking and stuff checked, that was all fine, but they did seem to chew through tyres fairly quickly. And I mean, I got them for about £100 a tyre, so you know, if you're going to replace them like for like with the same brand, then you're looking around about £100 a tyre, maybe more, maybe less, which isn't cheap if you're going to have to do that frequently. And I had to do that after, how long, after a year, coming up to a year and a half maybe. So you know, that's something to bear in mind, that it's all extra cost, that extra running costs for this car. So yeah, thanks for watching. These have been my 5 things that I dislike. I don't hate about the Fiesta ST, because there's nothing really to hate, that I dislike ever so slightly about this car. And I'll see you again for my next video.